Good evening from Fort St. Lucie. This is Professor Tefero for the course on improving your e-portfolio development. Um, the lesson we're going to look at tonight is Lesson 5, and Lesson 5 is basically a ability to give a good presentation. How will you give a good presentation as a team? And how will you work as an individual giving a good presentation? Well, first of all, you should be well informed about your own project. Before you get up in front of an audience, you should know your product backwards and forwards. Be able to discuss everything within your PowerPoint presentation without notes. Don't be one of these people who goes up there like, and now we come to the section on sales. No, that's not going to get it done. That's not going to get you a job interview. What's going to get it done is if you go up there and you project confidence and you show that you know everything that's on that PowerPoint presentation backwards and forwards. It's only 2 minutes. So, how long should it take you to memorize the 2 minutes that you're going to go up and give in front of an audience? It can't take you more than 10, 20 minutes. So, make sure you understand all the photos. Make sure you understand all the text. And make sure you understand all the data. And that's all there is to it. As long as you understand it thoroughly, you'll be able to communicate those ideas when you give your presentation, whether it's a team presentation or an individual presentation. You have to project confidence and knowledge. So, when you're up there, do not look at the board like this. Okay, and now we come to the data. Here's the data which shows that you're not talking to the board. You're not talking to the screen. You're talking to the audience. You have to talk like I talk. You have to look them directly into the eye and say, this is the data. This is what the data means. And you need, or I think you should, do this. And, you have to project possession of your presentation. You can't be looking at the board or looking at the screen and turn your back to the audience. The worst thing a performer can do is turn their back to the audience. Do not do that. At all times, address the audience. Take a quick glance to see what frame is up. Have somebody assist you at the computer when they're showing the frames by using this term like that. That means next frame. Okay, and then the person just presses the button, boom, in the next frame. It's nothing to it. So just make sure you get that those mechanics down, and you'll have good presentation skills, which is very important for obtaining a job interview. Basically, that's how you give a good presentation. Make sure you do not stand in front of the screen. Stand to the side. Use your hands. Always use your hands. And say this as you can see from here, as you can see from there. And you don't have to use it for every frame, but use your hands occasionally. And that's about the best advice I can give you for team presentations and personal presentations. When you're doing team presentations, of course, you can divide up the presentation, but then there's only 2 minutes, so how much are you going to divide up? In any event, make sure that when you give your team presentations, I would allow one person or no more than two people to do the presentation because it's only 2 minutes. So you don't want somebody coming up every 30 seconds. And this is this is the data. Oh, and this is the text. Oh, and these, it gets to be a little amateurish and mundane. So have one person do it. Quite frankly, the best speaker is your best bet. And when you do your personal presentations, do your best, and there's nothing more you can do than that. In any event, this is Professor Tafaro from Port St. Lucie, wishing you all a happy and healthy day. And don't worry about your presentations. As long as you did your research and you know what you're talking about, you'll be fine.